Welcome back to Binge Guide, your shortcut to finding your next obsession.
Great to be here.
Today, we're strapping ourselves in for a close look at a brand new thriller. It's just landed in theaters and on demand.
Which one is it?
It's called Unit 234, Claim, the next show.
Okay. Unit 234, I've heard some buzz.
Yeah, this film throws us headfirst into, well, a really tense, isolated night shift.
Where's it set?
At a seemingly run-of-the-mill storage facility, you know, one of those places you drive past all the time.
Oh yeah, totally anonymous places.
Exactly. But trust me, this ordinary location becomes the arena for a decidedly deadly game of cat and mouse.
Right, that contrast is interesting. Mundane setting, extraordinary danger, makes you think about those overlooked spaces.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to dissect the core premise, introduce you to the key players caught in this high-stakes situation, and really dial into the suspense that the film seems to be promising.
But no spoilers.
No, definitely no spoilers. We'll keep those crucial plot twists safely under wraps. Our aim today is simple. Just equip you with everything you need to decide if Unit 234 deserves a prime spot on your binge watch list.
Sounds good. Ready to delve in.
Let's do it. Okay, let's unlock this setup. The main action unfolds within the walls of a storage unit complex.
Right, late at night, you said?
Late at night. Our main character, Laurie Salter, she's played by Isabelle Fuhrman. She's working the shift.
Okay.
And interestingly, it's also her birthday.
Oh, rough birthday shift.
Yeah, feels like a bit of cruel irony, right? Given the night she's about to have. Anyway, things take a sharp turn when a man named Jules.
Don Johnson, right?
That's him, Don Johnson. He arrives demanding access to Unit 234.
Okay, but there's a catch.
Big catch. He can't provide any valid identification or, the necessary paperwork.
So Laurie, doing her job, presumably refuses him.
Understandably, yeah. Denies him entry, sticking to protocol.
That refusal, that's got to be the trigger, right? The catalyst for everything.
Totally.
Yeah.
It puts Laurie in this maybe unexpected position of authority, however small, and sets her on a collision course with Jules.
So what happens next? Does he just leave?
Not exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he leaves initially, but Laurie's curiosity gets the better of her.
Oh.
Yeah. After this unsettling encounter, she decides to check out Unit 234 herself.
And what does she find? Not just some old furniture, I'm guessing.
Definitely not. What she discovers is way more disturbing. Inside, she finds Clayton, played by Jack Huston,
Okay.
unconscious, handcuffed to a gurney,
Whoa.
and, here's the kicker, missing a kidney.
Missing a kidney. Wow, okay, that's dark. That shifts things immediately.
Right. Instantly suggests something really sinister. Like you said before we started, hints at organ trafficking maybe. It's a really unsettling image.
Yeah, visceral is the word. Powerful stuff.
It certainly is. And that moment of, chilling realization, it gets shattered pretty quickly.
Jules comes back.
Jules comes back. And this time he's brought back up. A whole group of criminals.
So they're determined to get Clayton back.
By any means necessary, it seems. So this transforms the storage facility, this isolated place, into a battleground.
And she's trapped inside with them.
Exactly. A confined space, intense claustrophobia, escalating tension. The setting itself becomes part of the threat.
That confined setting is classic thriller territory, isn't it? Limits options, amps up the danger, makes you wonder how she can possibly survive.
Right. So let's focus a bit on these individuals caught in the showdown. First, Laurie Salter, Isabelle Fuhrman. Initially, she seems like, young woman, maybe a bit stuck in a dead-end job at the family business, maybe a bit disillusioned.
Yeah, the reluctant hero trope often starts out ordinary, underestimated. Sets up a good arc.
Exactly. And Laurie is definitely going to be tested. She's forced to confront her fears, fight for survival.
And Isabelle Fuhrman, she was Esther in Orphan, wasn't she?
She was. Orphan in the prequel. So, yeah, she knows her way around intense, disturbing roles. Gave a really unsettling performance there.
That's great casting, then. She can definitely play that mix of vulnerability and hidden strength. Suggests Laurie might be more resourceful than she looks.
Definitely sets up that potential. Okay, then we have Jules, Don Johnson, the menacing leader of the criminals.
It's interesting seeing Don Johnson in a darker role like this.
It really is. I mean, we know him from Miami Vice, Nash Bridges, often charming, heroic figures.
Right, so playing against type can be really effective for a villain. That charisma turned menacing, that can be genuinely chilling.
Totally. And for anyone curious, he's actually in Dr. Odyssey right now. Show him his range.
Versatile actor.
For sure. Now, completing the main trio is Clayton, played by Jack Huston.
The unconscious guy on the gurney.
Yep, the enigmatic man in Unit 234. Initially, he's just there.
Yeah.
Passive, handcuffed, vulnerable.
He's kind of the MacGuffin then, the person everyone's after. His passivity puts the focus on Laurie versus Jules, but raises questions about who he is.
That's the feeling. He starts as a victim, but you get the sense his character holds secrets, right? Secrets that will eventually come out and add another layer to the danger.
And Huston's got a good track record too. Boardwalk Empire, Mayfair Witches. He handles intense stuff well.
He does. And he recently directed a film too, Day of the Fight. So yeah, it's a cast with real experience in suspenseful stories.
That combined experience definitely bumps up expectations for tension and strong performances.
Okay, let's pivot a bit. Let's talk about the thrill factor. What makes it tick?
The direction, maybe? Who's behind the camera?
Andy Tennant. Now, his filmography is quite diverse. Hitch, Fool's Gold.
Rom-coms mostly, right? Interesting. So this is a shift for him.
A definite shift into a much more intense, claustrophobic genre.
That can be interesting, though. A director known for lighter stuff tackling a thriller might bring a fresh perspective. His experience with pacing, even in comedy, could translate to building suspense.
That's a good point. And the location, that isolated storage facility, that seems absolutely central to building that sense of being trapped.
Oh, for sure. The single, confined location. It's a classic technique. Heightens vulnerability, forces desperate measures. You can almost picture how they'd use the space, the aisles, the units to create suspense.
Yeah, turning the environment into another threat.
Exactly.
And here's something for fans of tight pacing. The runtime is just 86 minutes.
Oh, that's lean. Suggests it's going to be pretty focused, right? No fat, straight to the suspense.
That's what it implies. High tension, quick pace, keep you hooked.
Good. Sometimes thrillers can drag a bit.
The trailer definitely plays up the cat and mouse aspect. Laurie trying to outsmart this gang.
Any standout moments in the trailer?
There's one line from Jules, from Don Johnson. Laurie says something like, "You people are going straight to hell."
And his response? Totally nonchalant. I'm okay with that.
Oof. That tells you everything you need to know about him, doesn't it? Cold, remorseless, ups the stakes for Laurie considerably.
Absolutely. She's not dealing with someone who can be reasoned with.
So beyond the chase and the suspense, are there deeper themes? It seems like it. Things like survival instincts, finding courage when you're pushed to the limit.
Yeah, that personal transformation aspect for Laurie, how adversity changes her.
Exactly. And maybe even a touch of redemption, plus those subtle hints about darker things, like the organ trafficking angle.
Those themes can really elevate a thriller, make it more memorable than just jump scares or chases, adds a bit of weight.
Agreed. Now, a few production details. Filming was apparently in the Cayman Islands back in April 2022.
Cayman Islands, huh? Wonder if that impacts the feel, even if it's mostly set indoors. Maybe adds to the isolation.
Could be. The screenplay is by Derek Steiner, and reportedly his inspiration came from a real-life organ trafficking case back in 2015.
Wow, really? Knowing it has roots in something real, that definitely adds another layer of unease. Makes it feel more grounded somehow.
Yeah, quite disturbing. And here's a fun little tidbit, the title, Unit 234. Apparently it's a deliberate nod to those classic claustrophobic thrillers from the 90s.
Oh, interesting. Like those films set entirely in one building, or even one room sometimes.
Exactly, where the confined space becomes a huge part of the tension, almost like another character pressing in.
That makes sense. Those 90s thrillers were great at building atmospheric suspense, so the title itself carries that weight.
Seems like it. And one last thing on timing, it actually came out in the UK already.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, back in September 2024, under a slightly different title. Unit 234, The Lockup.
The Lockup, okay. So it's just now getting its US debut.
Correct. Making its way here now.
Interesting. Wonder if the reception there gives any clues.
Maybe. So, after all that, the big question. Will you unlock the mystery of Unit 234?
Wow.
I mean, with the suspenseful premise, Isabelle Fuhrman and Don Johnson leading the cast, that classic confined thriller setup, it sounds like it could be a pretty gripping ride. Claim, the next show.
It definitely has the right ingredients, doesn't it? Ordinary place, sudden chaos, determined hero, ruthless villains, ticking clock. Yeah, sounds like it could be a really engaging thriller.
Unit 234 arrives in select theaters, and it'll be on demand starting May 9th, 2025.
Good to know. May 9th.
So yeah, mark your calendars if this deep dive has caught your interest.
Absolutely. If you're into tense, contained thrillers, especially with a strong female lead fighting the odds, Unit 234 sounds like one to check out.
We really hope this look into Unit 234 has given you the insights you need to decide if it's your next binge.
Hope it helped.
Join us next time on Binge Guide for another exploration of what's new and noteworthy in film and TV. Until our next deep dive, happy watching.